But if there could be a fifth value that you could add, what would that value be?
I think I would add inform. I would. We have to inform our kids. We have to inform our kids. We have to give them information. We can't just assume that school is going to take care of it. We can't just assume that taught is somewhere along the way. No, you have to take a proactive approach here. So I would say proactively inform here, right? To where you start when they're young, you start when they're kindergarten age, maybe preschool age. You start having the age appropriate conversations about faith and politics and gender and things like that. And you start instilling those values. You talk about distracted driving and mental health and all these different things. You start, having that proactive information, and then that conversation continues on as they get older, and it gets a little bit deeper and a little bit more complex, and you add a layer as they get older, and you're proactively informing them and you're teaching them all along the way all this information about, I met kids who can't even name the last three presidents. Two presidents don't even know who the president is today. And so it's like our kids are just so uninformed because we just assume like school's going to take care of those things, but we can't rely on school to teach our kids those things, because a lot of times the schools are going to teach them something that we may not agree with personally. Right. And so we have to, make sure our children are well informed, and they can be the voice of reason. They can be like, wait, no, hold on. I'm in 10th grade. You're talking about politics and the economy. Hold on. That's wrong. What about yada, yada, yada? I just watched something with my dad at home about that, and we discussed it. Our children hold on. What do you mean you're a cat? No. What do you mean you're a cat? Are you a boy or are you a girl? Like, biologically, what are you? Kind of thing. Something I'm working on teaching my daughter is, if someone tries to tell you that they're a them or a they or something like that, and that's controversial, I know, but she deserves to know if she's talking to a boy or to a girl. If she goes to the restroom at school, she deserves to only have girls in the girls' restroom at school, and these things are pretty obvious. If she sees a boy in there, that shouldn't be okay. That shouldn't be just normalized, right? It's not normal. It's not normal. No other country in the world is that normal or trying to be normalized, except for in America, for some god-awful reason. And, I know that's controversial, these are my opinions. They're not E's opinions, unless they are. I don't know. We haven't talked about that. We'd love to have them on Patriarchy Principles and talk about that stuff. One way or another, it's going to be a lot of fun. But regardless, we have to proactively inform our children about everything. There should be no conversation that's off the table. If you're uncomfortable talking about a conversation with your kids, get your ass on your phone right now, go to ChatGPT and start learning. If there's an uncomfortable conversation, if you worry about having the sex talk with your kids, if you worry about having the birth control talk, the period talk, the hormone talk, the puberty talk, the period talk with your daughters, and you're on the horizon of that in the next 2 to 4 years, you better start right now, dude. Right freaking now, and start getting informed. If you're worried about talking to your kids about politics, get informed now. Go listen to Patriarchy Principles. It's a great place to start. If you're worried about talking to them about race and culture and things like that, because you don't really know too much about your own race and culture, go learn. Common theme here, right? Get proactive. Now you are reacting because you're unprepared, but react appropriately. Go and learn and get yourself informed, which is a tool and a way to protect your daughters, by giving them good information, by helping them know, hey, let's talk about the friends you have. Let's talk about the people you're spending time with. Let's talk about all these things. Like, no conversation is off the table in my home. We'll talk about everything. Heck, I'll watch political debates on my computer, on the TV, with my kids in the room. I don't care. Like, yes, I want them to learn this stuff. They're not going to understand it the way I'm going to understand it. But if they see me getting like excited or engaged, and they can see I care about it, they're going to go, and their brain is going to connect like, oh, wait, Dad cared about that. Hold on. He cares. I'm going to care, kind of thing. They're going to care about what you care about. They're going to mimic you. They're going to do what you do. So you have to proactively inform them about these things and teach them that just because